Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fascinating Words and Phrases with myself and Dexter Moscow. So basically, yeah, we're going to have another chat about another fascinating word or phrase. We've already spent 40 minutes talking before we pressed record about just all the stuff that we're going to go through. So yes, today's video is going to be what, Dexter?
It's going to be turn a blind eye. Because I think that what's happening in the world today, a lot of us just want to turn away from what's happening, the politics and all the rest of it. So,
Yep,
and it came up
definitely.
in conversations. So I've done some research and I will read a little bit about it because it's fascinating. So, yeah, turn a blind eye is the topic for today.
Wonderful, right? Okay, so where does it come from then?
Well, it dates back to a British naval hero who we all know about, Admiral Horatio Nelson. And
Oh, yes.
you know him, heard of,
Oh, yes.
and there's quite a story around him. So apart from this particular phrase, the meaning now is to ignore a situation, to ignore a fact or reality, which is also something we spoke about this morning.
Yes, for definite. Yeah, a lot of
So
people doing that at the moment.
say that again.
There's a lot of people doing that at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. Well, that's another topic,
Anyway,
isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, so it's attributed to Admiral Horatio Nelson, who was blinded, and as you were saying, I think this was the Egypt campaign, wasn't it, where he actually lost his eye.
did he lose his eye in Denmark in the
Well,
Danish and
this phrase is attributed to him
so
in Denmark.
it's attributed, yes, to the Egypt campaign, but
Yes,
I
right.
think he was
So
already down an eye
yeah,
when he
right.
was when he was in Egypt.
Yeah, and this is what actually happened. That the British forces signaled for him to stop attacking the Danish fleet. So he held up his telescope to his blind eye and he said, I do not see the signal, which actually is different from what we understand because I do not see the ships. He didn't
Yeah,
actually say that. He said, I do not see the signal. And he attacked nevertheless, and he was victorious.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where the phrase comes from, and now we know where the attribution is. What I found fascinating is that there's another whole story around Nelson, and that is about him saying to his captain Hardy, "Kiss me, Hardy." Now, what happened was that in I think it was the Battle of Trafalgar, wasn't it?
It was, and he was
That he
shot
got
by a
shot.
sniper.
Yeah,
Shot by a sniper, French sniper in the
in the actual battle,
yeah.
and he was dying, and he turned to the captain and he said, "In a few moments, I should be no more." And adding in a very low tone, this is what the story tells, is "Don't throw me overboard, Hardy." And the captain answered, "Oh no, certainly not." Then replied his lordship, "You know what to do." And he continued, "Take care of my dear Lady Hamilton.
That's right.
Take
Yeah,
care of poor Lady Hamilton. Kiss me, Hardy."
yeah.
Now, this is where the dispute starts because in the Victorian era, a man bending down to kiss another man um, was not acceptable. And
No,
so they changed it, the narrative changed to Kismet Hardy. And that's how this whole thing. But contemporary historians argue that the explanation is a Victorian invention.
yeah,
And actually, he did say, "Kiss me, Hardy," or "Kiss Emma for me, Hardy," referring obviously to his
yeah.
mistress,
The Lady Hamilton.
Lady Emma Hamilton.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the story.
It is a contentious thing. There'll be lots of historians out there now going, no, please, provide us with our corrections, but we just love the words and the phrases and the way they come from. So, because I do believe it wasn't the Danish that he was fighting when he said I see no ships. I think it was the Spanish and the French
Ah, okay.
in the Mediterranean during the Egyptian campaign. I
Mm.
believe, but I could be wrong as well. So
And therefore,
today,
that's what we're here for people to
exactly.
converse with us, comment,
Feel
and
free
all the rest
feel
of it.
free to comment and
Yeah.
tell us. Just be nice. There's no need to be
Yes.
mean. Okay. So yes, so well, that is absolutely fascinating. I do find the whole. I'm big. I love all the stories that come from all of the Peninsula Wars and all the rest of it. And yeah, that was do you know that they to get him back, they to preserve him for the journey back, um, they actually everybody sacrificed their brandy rations,
Yeah.
and they put him in a barrel of brandy and they tied him to the mainmast, and basically so that he was preserved. So when they got back, so he had a full state funeral.
I didn't know.
And he also, when he was shot, he also gave his last order, which was to weigh anchor because he thought there was a storm coming. So even though he was dying, because it went in through his shoulder and down
Mm.
into his spine, and even though he was dying, he still gave orders to the uh, to the fleet. And it's like bloody hell. I tell you what, we were built different in those days.
They really were our heroes, weren't they?
No, but it really is amazing, and I mean these days, God, you put men into the situation, and they'd all just basically cry.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's stop that. So yeah, basically, well, thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you for that interesting and fascinating word and phrase that we just got from yourself there, Dexter. So feel free to subscribe, like, comment. Please comment, because at the end of the day, we're doing these so that people can enjoy them. And ring the bell. I think that's a thing. So ring the bell. I'll have to get a bell, Dexter, and yeah, ring the bell, and just so that you get stay informed to the different content that we're providing. All right. Well, that's it. Cheers. Thank you very much for watching. See you
See you
later.
soon.